Well, folks, if you're trying to avoid Mario and Luigi Brothership spoilers, now is the time to get those muted words on Twitter. Now is the time to log off of the internet. Don't go on YouTube, because the game has officially leaked. Let's talk about it. Hello there, everyone, and welcome back to the channel. My name is Botox Games. I hope your Sunday evening is going well. Something crazy just happened. So, I was looking on Twitter, and Nintendo posted this image of the Mario and Luigi Brothership game being held in someone's car, and I was like, oh, wow. That feels really early. Like, this is abnormally early for a Nintendo Switch game to leak. Usually, it's about like 10 days, 7 to 10 days, I would say, in that range. If you've been following me for a while, you know I usually cover these leaks because in the case of Tears of the Kingdom and Scarlet and Violet, I actually managed to get my copy early through listings like these. And it looks like Mario and Luigi Brothership has already leaked. What is it, 18 days early? It's still 18 days away from release. And in my 2 years of doing this, in my 2 years of trying to get early games, this is by far the longest I've seen. I think Tears of the Kingdom was maybe 12 days, but we're talking 18 days now for Mario and Luigi Brothership. And yeah, it is definitely real. It is definitely a real leak. So looking over at the Mercari listing here that popped up, you can find this. I'm going to blur out the user's name, but you can find this if you go on Mercari and look up Mario and Luigi Brothership. Yeah, there's a bunch of images, and it was posted earlier today for $45, which is crazy. But yeah, here we have the picture of her holding it in her car, and then there are more photos here, if they will load. Just an entire case was clearly taken from a warehouse or something, I assume. How many copies is this? This is like probably 20 copies, 30 copies. I'm not even sure. I'm not going to count all that. But an entire case of Mario and Luigi Brothership is in the wild. Now, it has not been dumped or anything yet. Like, I don't think you can play it on an emulator or on a hack Switch yet, because this was just posted. I assume she just got this case of games somehow. I imagine this game will probably be dumped within the next 3 days at most. It's Sunday right now, so if she ships stuff out on Monday, people will probably start getting it Wednesday or Thursday. So Thursday at the latest, I'd imagine Mario and Luigi Brothership will like be fully leaked. I mean, obviously this is real, and maybe she has some people locally that she'll sell it to or something. So maybe it'll, dump a little bit earlier. Yeah, as you can see, she even included a screenshot of the other release date in her listing, which is a little ballsy, I feel like, and then there's more. She's all ready to pack up. She's got the mailers all ready here, as well as all the copies of the game just spread out. It's what a beautiful spread, Obviously, it sucks if this happens, though, because the hardcore fans, you have to wait until November 7th to play the game. Now you're at a way higher likelihood of being spoiled on this game that we've been waiting so many years for. So to see it leak this way, especially this early, is just so surprising to me. It's unfortunate for me as well, because I'm busy playing Metaphor, East 10's coming out. I was thinking, okay, I'll have time to get all this stuff done before Mario and Luigi Brothership drops. Evidently not. So yeah, I mean, here you can see, it's funny, she even has a Switch. This lady plays games, but she also just happened to obtain an entire case of Brothership. Here's the inside art of the game as well, with the cartridge, further solidifying that it's real. And yeah, there's a close-up of the cartridge. I mean, this is clearly a real leak. Yeah, wow, she even has photos of it running on her Switch, so you can get a little bit of a taste of the opening here. Now, these, to be fair, are from the cutscene, so I guess in theory that could be faked, right? But we had heard like a couple days ago, I believe, that this game was leaking, and someone was posting screenshots. Someone tried to tag me about it on Twitter. I apologize, I didn't respond to your I think it was a DM, but I'm not sure if that was real. It was someone standing in what I presume was the tutorial area. I'm not sure if that was from a press demo, and that that off-screen screenshot kind of got leaked that way or what. But now, without a doubt, here's the title screen. Mario and Luigi Brothership has definitely leaked. I really thought that Nintendo had kind of gotten this whole situation under wraps. I thought part of them changing the release dates from Friday to Thursday was part of it. I thought they were finally kind of getting a handle on their games leaking early, because earlier in the year, it wasn't really happening. Now, to be fair, I think that might just be because there was so little interest in those games, right? You had Princess Peach Showtime. I don't think that leaked earlier. If it did leak early, by a couple days, right? Not, almost 3 weeks early. Paper Mario 1,000 Year Door leaked a day or two early, I think. Luigi's Mansion 2 HD, who cares? NES World Championships, who cares? EMEO, who cares? Realistically, right? But once we got to Echoes of Wisdom, it's okay, well, that leaked, 10 days early, I think, maybe a week. Then Mario Party just leaked a week early as well, and that was dumped and fully playable online before release. And now we have Mario and Luigi Brothership just leaking an astounding 18 days early, which I just was not expecting, and I always, I don't hope for this to happen. It sucks, right? Because now people are going to really hunker down and try to avoid spoilers and avoid gameplay, and you know, people will be posting their final boss gameplay before the game's even out now on YouTube. Now, Nintendo usually does strike those videos down, so that's a good thing, but it's unfortunate. It means less people will be playing with the community on day one, and it just kind of adds to this whole thing. And it also means that way more copies of this game will be pirated, which, if you're a fan of Mario and Luigi, that's not a good thing, because we want this game to sell as much as possible so that Nintendo greenlights a sequel and we get more Mario and Luigi in the future on the Switch 2, that kind of thing. And it's an unfortunate all around, I would say. I really hope that Nintendo gets this whole situation under wraps fully by the time that the Switch 2 comes out, because I do not want to see people getting early Switch 2 units and early games on Switch 2. I do not want to see that happening. I do not want that to happen anymore. So I'm hoping they figure out by then. I was also thinking that, you know, maybe part of it was that Amazon doesn't really carry Nintendo games anymore. I was thinking maybe that partnership ended or whatever because of the leaks for Tears of the Kingdom and Scarlet and Violet and all those other games, right? That doesn't seem to be the case. I was thinking maybe that was connected, but I guess it's not. Maybe there's just some other dispute going on with Nintendo and Amazon. But yeah, I mean, this is just super unfortunate news. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. If you are hyped for this game and you are going to try to avoid all the leaks and spoilers, Godspeed to you. You know, I really, really hope that you're able to avoid everything. I obviously will not be posting any spoilers or leaks or anything before the game comes out. I did that for Tears of the Kingdom, and, well, yes, those videos did very well. I'm not going to do that anymore. Like, I just, it's, like, disrespectful to the community, you know? So I'm not going to be posting about this game before it releases, but I probably will have some videos ready for when the game does get released. But once again, no, like, spoiler talk in those either. So, yeah, it's unfortunate. I really cannot wait for this game. I think this looks absolutely fantastic. I think, frankly, it has the chance of being the best game Nintendo released this year. You guys know I wasn't the hottest on Echoes of Wisdom. Right now, my favorite Nintendo game this year, I would say, is probably Famicom Detective Club, actually, which I never would have expected coming to this year. But I think Mario and Luigi Brothership has a real shot at taking that #1 spot for me, at least from Nintendo this year. I think Metaphor, realistically, is going to be my game of the year after playing it for, like, the past, 2 days straight. But, I think Mario and Luigi Brothership looks absolutely fantastic. The more we see of it, the more excited I get. Playing Superstar Saga earlier this year, that's the first time I've actually finished a Mario and Luigi game all the way through. So I'm kind of a newer fan, I guess, even though I grew up playing Bowser's Inside Story and I played some Dream Team, but I never finished those games. So my goal was to finish all of them before Brothership. That's obviously not happening, but I did manage to finish Superstar Saga. Maybe I can squeeze in a quick little Partners in Time playthrough. But yeah, I mean, I think this game looks absolutely fantastic, and I think it has a chance of being Nintendo's best game that they released this year. And I really just cannot wait to play it, you know? Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Of course, subscribe here for more Nintendo Switch news, coverage, all that stuff. We should be getting information on the Switch Online playtest, I think, later tonight. So if that actually happens in a couple hours here, you might get a second upload from me today. I'm not too sure. Even this upload in of itself was a very impromptu last-minute thing. I wasn't planning on posting this, but hopefully we learn what the Switch Online playtest is for later today. I know Sakurai is also doing the final episode of his YouTube series, and people think there might be some connection there. In fact, I actually talked about that in a video like last week, so maybe there'll be something like that. I think that's Monday morning or Tuesday morning. So we should have a lot of more positive, I would say, Nintendo news in the very near future. Hopefully, as you all know, I'm covering Switch 2 a lot. Hopefully the Switch 2 is actually announced this year or this month. That'd be nice, and hopefully that'll take our minds off of this Mario and Luigi Brothership leak for a little bit, so we don't have to worry about it as much. And hopefully it'll fill up the feeds. The Switch 2 can shield us from the Mario and Luigi Brothership leaks. That's what I'm hoping for here. But yeah, let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Of course, subscribe here, follow me on Twitter, follow my other channel at It's Amiibo. I posted a video there yesterday covering or unboxing the new Joy-Con charging stand that they released. Very weird accessory, very weird that they even released it. But yeah, definitely go check out that. And until next time, folks, peace.